The highest-ranking officials of the monster nation gathered in the control room, acknowledging that while the immediate threats of Zelenis and Vega had been neutralized, the crisis was far from over. Benimaru, the commander-in-chief, relayed a message from Zoe, who remained on the battlefield without any clones left, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. Though exhausted, the leaders knew that protecting their homeland meant little if the world itself was at risk. Some key figures, such as Zijin and others undergoing evolutionary slumber, were absent, as was Diablo, who had mysteriously departed for undisclosed business. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Benimaru declared that all available forces, recently returned from former Eurasinia, would now be redirected to Damargania, assuming full responsibility for the operation. Despite their concerns, Gabiru and Geld accepted his decision, suppressing personal worries for the greater good. While many yearned to rescue their fallen comrades still trapped as ice statues in old Eurasinia, Benimaru's resolve was unwavering. The most pressing concern became transportation, as even the fastest Hiryu would take a full day to reach their destination, a delay they could not afford. Alvis, heavily pregnant, voiced this concern, knowing its importance. However, Benimaru confidently revealed that his sister, Shuna, had already resolved the issue by analyzing Rimuru's large-scale transport spell. With a smile, Shuna assured them she could safely transfer the troops, bridging the gap in magical capability between her and Rimuru. The path forward was set, and the leaders, despite exhaustion, prepared for the decisive battle ahead. The immense burden of transferring a large number of people at once was evident, yet no one voiced concerns, as they understood Shuna's resolve. Following Rimuru's teaching to never claim something was impossible, her success was taken as a given. Shuna, knowing she would be incapacitated afterward, entrusted the labyrinth's defense to Ramirez, who, with a confident grin, accepted the responsibility. Benimaru reinforced the order, assigning a pedo to the defense but instructing her to leave the labyrinth and join the battle once Zijin awoke. Though it meant leaving behind precious individuals like Alvis and Mamaji, Benimaru's determination was unwavering. Beretta, Trainee, and others would hold the fort. The weight of the situation was clear. Even Benimaru could not guarantee his own survival, making a pedo's duty all the more critical. Accepting the gravity of the mission, she vowed to uphold her trust. The assembled leaders, bound by a shared resolve, affirmed their commitment to victory, envisioning the day they would reunite with laughter. Benimaru then mobilized Kumara and finalized battle assignments, placing Hekuro in temporary command of the Crimson Flames until Gobta's return. Gobta was tasked with leading the Wolf Demon Soldier Corps and Goblin Riders, supported by Ranga and Kumara, ensuring their forces would dominate the battlefield with speed and power. The Hiryu were granted autonomy in combat, which puzzled Gabiru, who had expected command. However, Benimaru had a different mission for Gabiru and Geld, one so crucial that its importance was undeniable. As the two warriors braced themselves, holding their breath in anticipation, Benimaru began to unveil the next phase of his strategy. The mission Benimaru assigned to Gabiru and Geld was exceedingly dangerous, yet their faces lit up with anticipation, as it was precisely the order they had been hoping for. Without hesitation, Gabiru entrusted command of the Hiryu to his trusted subordinates, Yashichi, Sukuru, and Kakishin, who accepted the responsibility with unwavering confidence, reinforcing his certainty in their success. Geld, despite not being fully recovered, embraced his duty with resolute determination, declaring that he would fulfill his role no matter the cost. With every warrior now assigned their mission, the counteroffensive force was set in motion. More than 100 members of the Crimson Flame clan, an equal number from the Hiryu clan, 100 goblins of the Wolf Demon Soldier Corps, over 300 elite fighters, rallied under Benimaru's leadership, prepared to face the decisive battle ahead. As they departed, a silent wish resonated in their hearts, that such a war would never have to be fought again. Jahil wrestled with betrayal, uncertainty, and the overwhelming presence of Zelenis, an opponent beyond his control. His trust in Feldway wavered, knowing blind obedience wouldn't lead to his ideal world. The memory of Benimaru stung, as he regretted not eliminating his forces sooner. His true enemy, however, was Demon Lord Luminous, who had destroyed the divine ancestor he revered. With only 700 soldiers left, Jahil faced a dire situation, relying on intelligence from Eurasinia, Rubelios, Damargania, the Labyrinth, and Saurian. The reports were grim. Eurasinia remained an inaccessible frozen wasteland, likely still the battleground of Guy and Velzard. Rubelios reeled from Dagrul's shocking defeat, and the Labyrinth, despite Zelenis's assault, remained unconquered. Jahil dismissed the idea of Zelenis losing, assuming it was merely taking its time. Yet, he worried that Zelenis might seize control of the ruins, complicating his ambitions. Jahil sought dominion over key territories, eyeing Jura and the western nations while planning to coexist with Zelenis. He intended to divide the continent, ceding the northwest to Dagrol while keeping the southwest for himself. However, Milim's devastating attack on Damargania and Luminous's call to arms upended his plans. The emergence of Ivarich and Velgrin's intervention signaled an escalating crisis. Meanwhile, in Saurian, Veldora unexpectedly clashed with Milim, disrupting Jahil's expectations. With war raging on multiple fronts, Jahil saw an opportunity amid the chaos. While Feldway controlled Milim, he set his sights on Damargania, determined to eliminate Luminous, his most hated foe. A wicked grin spread across his face. His long-awaited revenge was finally within reach.